Wow, so the video I just made, I just accidentally deleted. So this video is on how to make a competitive application for Army OCS. And basically, could be for any OCS, but this is specifically for Army OCS because I did so much research into the application. So if I go over this kind of quick, it's because I just made a super long video, super long detailed video, and accidentally pressed the delete button, and that was really aggravating. So again, if you guys don't know, I'm back on break. I'm on block leave in the middle of basic, um, and uh, and I'm on week. I'll be going into week 8 when I go back to basic. So anyway, let me finish. So this is how you make a competitive application for basic. This is everything that I mean, not basic. This is how you make a competitive application for OCS. To make a competitive application for OCS, the number one important thing is your degree and the type of degree you have. You do not want a Bachelor's of Arts degree. Bachelor's of Science degrees are preferred over Bachelor's of Arts because they're just deemed, Bachelor's of Science degrees are deemed as more critical thinking skills, and that's what they want in the Army and basically in any branch of the military. They want Bachelor's of Science. I know in the Air Force OCS, like I heard, they don't accept anything but engineering degrees. The Army strongly prefers engineering degrees. Now, if you have anything other than a Bachelor's of Science degree, not saying they won't pick you up, but your other stuff and your whole person concept thing and your whole packet has to be pretty strong too. So the number one most important thing is your degree and type of degree you have. Preferably Bachelor's of Science degrees, like I said. That's the number one most important thing is the type of degree you have. Because I've seen people with like civil engineering degrees, mechanical engineering degrees, or like hard science degrees like microbiology, which isn't as hard as engineering, but they had over like a 3.0. But like if you have engineering degree, you have like a 2.7 or a 2.8, it's understandable. You know, uh, that's why you have a low GPA. Like I said, I have like when you get accepted, it tells you if you get accepted, you get a memorandum and stuff. Your recruiters give you a memorandum. It tells you your stats and everything. Tells you the average GT, GPA, APFT, bachelor's degrees, and graduate degrees. Tells you like you know what the average is. It also tells you that they do a whole person concept, like I've already said. So anyway, number one most important thing is the type of degree you have, specifically a Bachelor's of Science degree. The second most important thing you have is your letters of recommendation. Letters of recommendation are basically people who can reflect good on you. That's one of the things that's included in your packet. And it's probably the second. It's probably most likely the second most important thing. For example, I had 3 letters of recommendation. I did have like there was a max of 5 or 6, I think, and I had 3. One from a major in the Army, one from a lieutenant commander in the Navy. That's an 04 if you didn't know, and then a department chair of my school, of my college, and those are my 3. You want high-ranking people or high-esteemed people so they can reflect well on your character and your integrity level. So yeah. And then you got so yeah, after your letters, so first is the type of degree you have, and your GPA is really dependent upon the type of degree you have. Like I had a low GPA, I had a 3.2, but my degree is in cytotechnology, so it's like, oh, okay, he's got a really hard degree. That's why his GPA is so low. That's why he's got a 3.2. Because they look for people with a 3.5 and up. Usually is what they accept. Is what they're really looking for. But it's because my degree was so hard. That's why they let me in. I'm pretty sure. Besides, I had good letters of recommendation. The third thing I think that's most important in your application is your extracurriculars and the things is your extracurriculars and your essay. That's the next thing that's going to make you competitive. Those extracurriculars could really put you over in your essay, because depending on like your life story and stuff, that could really do it, because they read those essays. And if you've got like some really interesting story about why you had such a low GPA here, and you have a good and you show increase and you put that in your essay about why I want to be an Army officer, because that's what your essay's on, that could change your whole perspective, man. I could change the whole thing, like why you were in college for 6 years, or you balanced having like 3 kids, 2 jobs, and you still want to be an Army officer. Like I know this one girl at basic with me, I'm not gonna say her name, but she's got 2 kids. She had a full-time job. Um, her husband sucked, and she still got picked up for Army OCS because she had a master's degree, but she also I don't think she had a master's degree in like social work, but she has a good backstory. She has two kids, and she had a job. I mean, just basically having two kids while having a job, I think is kind of hard. And then she didn't have like a supportive, like a good husband. I think that's what she was saying. I don't know, but basically, your extracurriculars can put you over. My extracurriculars were uh, I got kicked out of ROT. I didn't get kicked out of ROTC. I just couldn't do ROTC in college. That's why I didn't commission out of ROTC because they couldn't work on my major. And then I also had over 300 hours of community service, which really helped. Uh, and I'm trying to remember what else was in my pack. But you guys know it's been a long time. But I really wanted to drop, these three most important things that are gonna make your uh, application for Army OCS like stand above the rest. If I was applying right now, the only thing I would do different is I would be on my recruiter a lot more. Keep in mind, it took me 11 months to get picked up for Army OCS. It took me 11 months. The biggest thing I would change is I would find good recruiters. Hands like the first thing you do is you go and you find good recruiters because the first recruiter I had wasted 2 months of my time. If I would have gotten to OCS 2 months earlier, I wouldn't be cold. I wouldn't be in a cold basic. I'd be graduating in probably October instead of January or November. I wouldn't be in this super cold basic. But hey, you know, um, I'm thankful for what I got. I'm thankful that I even got picked up. But one of the things I would do if I could go back in time is get a better recruiter. 100% is get a better recruiter because my first recruiter sucked. He sucked. He had never put together an OCS pack, and he was about to do me in. Um, but if anybody has any questions or any opinions on their packet or anything, I'd be more than likely to, more than glad. There's a term, there's an expression I'm looking for, but I'm just gonna say I'd be happy to help you. Um, I'm only here for like what 14, 15 more days before I go back out to basic, and then I come back and go to OCS. So yeah, if anybody has any questions, I'd be more than happy to help you with your packet or anything. If you see this video within time while I'm still here. Um, but I'm trying to think of something else I can tell you. Because I'm just doing this off the rip because I wanted to tell people like what makes your application competitive. Of course, active duty is much harder to get than reserves, and a lot of it depends on the time. Oh, there we go. Do not like. I think it's harder to apply at the beginning of the fiscal year. I think the beginning of the fiscal year is in October, because you got to keep in mind they can be super selective during October because they know they're going to have tons of people apply, so they can only pick up the best. So, like, if I was to go back in time, um, my application would be going in really. It's a risk to do it at the end, like I did, at the end of the fiscal year, because my USAREC board was around August. I can't tell you the exact time, but it was around August, and that was uh, that was a risk because they could have already filled their slots, and I just had to have the most competitive application of all time to get in. But yeah, basically what I'm saying is I think the best time to get in would probably be uh, not in October. I'd say the best if you can get a USAREC board that's in like February, March, or April. I think that's the best time. That's what I think. But I only put in a packet one time. I got picked up the first time through. So I'm just lucky and I'm blessed. Thank God that I got picked up. I'm very grateful for that. Um, I think that's amazing. But if I go back in time, January, February, March that I saw when I was talking to my recruiter, it looked like a lot of those guys are getting picked up for active duty. Again, almost a lot of people get picked up for reserves. Reserves is not that hard to get picked up for, but active duty is much more difficult to get picked up for because they only want the best of the best for active duty. Um, if anybody has any questions about what I did apply for active duty. I did get picked up for active duty. Um, I'm trying to think of anything else I can tell you guys. If anybody has any questions, again, like let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help you. figure out what you want to do. And sorry, my computer just went black. And yeah, my name is Dominique Kimbrough, aka Mr. Kid Thunder 2, and I'm out, you guys. Peace.